Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Yong Heng Hot Rod Shop. This one is going to be a little more general, and then what we're going to talk about today are HPA fittings, when you should be using Teflon tape, when you shouldn't be using Teflon tape, okay? I actually had this conversation a couple of times at RMAC, and I was surprised how many people really didn't understand the role of Teflon tape, this magic stuff right here. Just did not understand where to use it and where not to use it. So we're going to jump into that in this episode of the Yong Heng Hot Rod Shop.
Welcome to the Yong Heng Hot Rod Shop.
All right, folks, here we go. When to tape, when not to tape. The only fittings that should be getting Teflon tape. And I'm going to say this twice just so it's really clear. The only fittings that should get Teflon tape are NPT, National Pipe Taper, or British Standard Pipe Taper. Tapered fittings are unique in that the thread itself has an angle to it. The mating fitting for this also has an angle, so that as these screw together, those threads fit tighter and tighter and tighter. The purpose of the Teflon tape in this application is less about sealing and more about lubrication. This is a very high pressure lubricant, and what it does is it allows you to use less torque to get these fittings to squish together more and more. This thread standard goes all the way back to the Industrial Revolution, when machining tolerances weren't really that great, and the best way to get a leak-free, trouble-free fitting was to wedge these connectors together, and that's what that taper does for you. So you put a wrap and a half, as much as 2 wraps of Teflon tape going in the right direction, and you can put these together and they will serve you well. Now I'm holding a brass one here. This is really a bad example. All of these high pressure fittings should either be stainless steel or steel, zinc plated steel. And I recommend you go the stainless route, spend a few dollars, get a higher quality fitting. But I just had this as an example of what an NPT thread looks like. The other one here is the BSPP, which pops up a lot on British guns and British fittings. It is very similar to our standard for pipe threads, except that it's parallel. That's what this other P is for. That means parallel. That means these threads are straight. There's no taper to those fittings. And for these fittings, and also M10 by 1, which is another very common thread out of China and the Orient, for those fittings, you're going to have 2 different types of seal. One type of seal is a face seal. It's typically a Delrin or nylon disc, not unlike this one, and I'll get some close-ups of these. And this sits right here on the front of this, and the seal for this fitting happens between this machined face and this plastic and the bottom of the threaded end that it's screwing into. Now, if you thread this in and you can't get enough thread engagement, or you run out of thread and you're bottoming out and you're not hitting this seal, you're going to have a leak. Please don't use Teflon tape. What you want to use in that case is called a Dowty seal. This is a Dowty seal. In the case of a Dowty seal, it's going to go on the fitting and it's going to form a rubber seal with a steel backer. That's why it's able to handle high pressure, because it's not just an O-ring. It is a Dowty seal with a steel backer to contain that rubber under pressure. And when we tighten that down, that interface is sealed at the head of the fitting, not at the tip. So the machining has to be right on the fitting that you're using to use a Dowty seal, and you will see them used like on the GX CS2. There's a Dowty seal right here. Whereas this one, I believe, is a face seal connection. There is no dotty seal on this side. So it's really a mismatch of things going on in our world of high pressure air. But if you have a parallel thread, and that's going to be BSPP 1/8, BSPP 1/4, any of those sizes, don't use Teflon tape on parallel threads. M10x1 parallel threads like this one, don't use Teflon tape on these. It doesn't make sense. You're not sealing the threads. The seal happens at either the face of the fitting or the head of the fitting, one or the other. The other danger that you run into when you're using Teflon tape on a parallel thread, first of all, it's going to try to push out and it's going to squeeze as you're tightening it down. And little pieces, little dendrils of that Teflon tape are going to end up in your airstream. And they're going to end up in your regulator, they're going to end up in your gun. If it's after the filter, you can't stop it. It's going to end up in there. Don't use Teflon tape on straight threads. It's not doing anything. The other type of fitting I'd like to talk about really quick is on the GX, there is a second fitting. There's a fitting here that seals to this block. Then there's another fitting which actually is a compression fitting. What is a compression fitting? Okay, folks, the other type of fitting that you're going to run into in high pressure air, not quite as common as the ones we've already mentioned, is the compression flange fitting, like found on the GX CS2. I assume it's on the CS3 as well. I haven't played with one yet, but I'm assuming there's some commonality there. But what's interesting about these fittings, again, no Teflon tape on these fittings. It's not going to do anything. These fittings, this outer barrel with the bit that's tapered in it, this engages this thread right here. As you tighten it down, it draws this together and it forces this cone into this funnel shape on the other end of the fitting. As it draws those together, the seal happens here and here, all the way around the circumference of that. As it forces that cone to seal into this area, that is where your seal happens. You can Teflon tape this until the cows come home. It's a parallel thread. It's not going to do anything. In fact, it's going to lead to contamination at some point that you don't want in your expensive PCP guns. So no Teflon tape on these either. It's not doing anything. It's not helping you. It's not adding any benefit whatsoever. There's no seal happening at the threads. The seal is happening here. If you have a leak, take it apart, take some penetrating oil, clean them off, make sure they're as clean as they can be, and put them back together and tighten them down. Now, if you wanted to put a little bit of silicone grease or something on these threads to help lubricate the threads, that's fine. Very, very sparingly put it on. Something like this Trident silicone lube for diving O-rings is fine. It's just going to help keep these threads from galling. Although with the zinc plating on there, they really shouldn't. But anyway, no Teflon tape here. No Teflon tape on all the fittings. I said don't use any parallel threads. No Teflon tape. Now I will warn you, on the Yong Heng, if you over torque these ferrule fittings, they're one way. You get one shot at that. If you over torque them, you're going to have to replace them, because once they crack or split here or here, you're never going to get a seal there again. It doesn't matter what you do. You're going to have to get a whole nother connector that's already crimped and bent and replace the whole line. But with the GX CS2 and CS3 replacement parts that I'll be offering soon, I'm going to have new lines available and gauges and all kinds of seal parts for these. So check out Target Forge, check out our great Target products, and also our spare parts for the GX CS2 and GX CS3 compressors.